Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeanette, the enthusiastic gardener. Over here is looking so pretty and I keep on about the Brunnera, but is not the Brunnera just so lovely this time of year? And everything's filling out. This is 1 year old, this section. There was absolutely nothing here 1 year ago. This was here, the Aralia elata, the stick as Richard calls it, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that this year to hopefully ramp it up a bit. And I've got the ferns, I've got little bleeding heart dicentras, I have some Heucheras, I have a lot of Pieris, which is all being very, very pretty, and so I'm very pleased with it because it's complete shade. So it just goes to show that you can do things with complete shade, and it really is. It's from maybe here backwards, gets morning sun, not today because it's cloudy, but yes, the rest of it gets full shade and it gets quite a bit of wind over here. So another thing, before we go on to this, what I'm going to do to this, I want to show you up there, great excitement. So there's Shady Corner in the distance, but what I really want to show you is up. Now I don't know if you'll notice, I will notice, because the council have been and cut these trees back and it's made such a difference. The trees were overhanging probably this much, at least 6 foot or more even from the fence. They covered the whole thing and now they've cut them right back, and I'm so happy because it seems, and obviously it's still early in the season and they will fill in more, but it seems as if I have a little bit more light. I just felt like it was claustrophobic and they were just coming in on me. So I'm so happy about that. That's really, really made my day and my weekend. Let me show you as well these ferns. These are called Dryopteris Affinis and all of them are very happy. They've all got new little fronds forming all the way along. And the middle two I moved, well, October I think it was, but look at them. They are just doing well. None on this one. What's going on there? And then I have the most gorgeous bleeding hearts, so pretty. Pieris, lovely. The slugs did find my hostas, look, and I put gel around the edge and everything, and the little stones, but they found them. These little ferns, they're the ones that die back, and they've come back again. But all in all, from what was a nothing area, it really was nothing, and now it's very pretty. One thing that I did do here on my apple tree, I decided to take off some branches that were down here, coming off here. I've cut those off, so I've kind of topiarized it. There's been no blossom on this one at all this year. But I do have blossom. We'll come back to you, Aralia elata. Let's just have a quick look here. I keep getting distracted. The Fatsia, they're the new leaves. The new little leaves coming through, and we'll have some more there. So that's encouraging. And we have these little seedlings on my PICEA pungens Hoopsii, which I've only just planted maybe 2 months ago. So I'm hoping that means that it's happy. I think it probably does. And this is a plum tree. These trees, I planted them in 2021, February. And they haven't really done much. I have considered taking them out, but everyone was telling me, no, leave them, give them time. And let me just show you quickly. Oh, this is looking nice. This is my ERYSIMUM. And this will flower for months. So that's a really good plant. And that's the same plant that I put in Mum's little circle, if you saw that. This is the blossom on this apple tree, which I've never had before. So that's very encouraging. An update on my fruit trees. And yes, an update on my fruit trees. And let's do the rest of the fruit trees while we're here. This is the cherry, Stella cherry. We had a blossom which is just finishing, as you can see, but that is looking very happy. And then we have the plum. Plum tree had blossom for the first time this year, which is now gone. But I wonder if we have fruit. And my final fruit tree, that's very pretty, all the flowers on the bay. This is turning into a garden tour. But this is my final fruit tree, and it's the walnut. And the reason I have it in a pot and not in the ground is because when I bought it, then I read up on it. And the black walnut, this is not a black walnut, but it scared me nonetheless, because the black walnut, if you put them in the ground, they can kill other things around it apparently. So especially fruits and things like that. So I thought, well, I can't put that in the ground. Let's get back to, let's do the rest of the updates while we're here, because you may remember that I had Cannas growing indoors. These are the Cannas, which are doing well. I've been leaving them outside during the day and bringing them in during the night. I do want to plant them, but at the moment they're so tender and new that the slugs and snails are just going to decimate them, especially with all the rain that we're having. So I'll do that for a little bit longer, and I think that I will probably plant them along this wall. This is my southern facing wall, so I might put one there, one there, one here, one here, something like that. Oh, and I did end up cutting off another couple of branches of the Fatsia Japonica, so these are the two that are left. Hopefully it's given it a bit more energy and rejuvenation, and it still looks okay in my opinion. These are the rest of the Heucheras, which I divided last weekend. I gave away lots of them. Mum's had some, Tina's had some. I've given some others away, and I've planted some in the border just over there as well. They're okay. Now these are not okay. These are the Caladiums. Now these Caladiums I've been rooting around inside because it's got some little roots, but just nothing's happening. And I know it looks quite dry at the moment. That's because I gave up. I even put them on heat mats in the end, which I said I wouldn't do. But some of them look like they may have rotted. I don't know. There's two different types. This one, I did see one with roots and I can't even find that one. But anyway, I've given up with looking after them. I'm done. So my original intention was to plant them in amongst the ferns in those pots along the side. So I think I'll still do that. I'll just poke them in there, and what will be will be. I'm not going to nurture them anymore. I'm done with the Caladiums, and they may surprise me. So before I show you the elata, Aralia elata, which I keep getting distracted, I just wanted to show you what's coming up next is the Alliums. And I don't know if you can see all the little bulby spikes everywhere. That is going to look so lovely. I'm very much looking forward to that. I have the last of the tulips. I think I've been telling you this before, but I pull my tulips up because they never come back very good for me the following years. And so I just pull them out, and they might come back, but they'd just be mostly leaves. They would be very impressive. So that's what I do with those. And also, now I don't advocate this. I'm not telling you to do this. This is just what I do. My daffodils, as you can see, cut them down up to about 6 or 7 inches. And I did that last year only because I can't bear, look at the snails everywhere because it's been so wet. I can't bear the foliage dying. So don't do this, but I do it. I did it last year. My daffodils, as I hope you saw, do look okay the following year. And I'm quite disappointed with my bare root perennials. This is a geranium. This one's come up. Look, snails everywhere. Having a good old munch on everything. Yeah, a couple of geraniums, but I can't see any of the veronicastrum. I can't see any of the echinacea. But maybe it's just a little bit too early. Trouble is, I can't remember where I planted them. Give you a quick little update on these. These have been, I think, very happy. These are my PICEA Glauca Daisies White, and they look spiky, but they're soft. And they've gone bright yellow, which I hope means they're very happy. So cute. And one final update before we go to the Aralia elata is, do you remember I was asking, what can I put here? Because that door has to open. And so many of you said Ajuga. And I found Ajuga. I think I've planted too much Ajuga, but I couldn't decide which one. There are 3 different types. So we have this one. I'm going to put the names on the screen because I've got a photo on my phone with the names and I can't remember them. But I'm so pleased I managed to get those. And if they get too big, then I'll just divide them and move them. Now let's go back to the Aralia elata, the final thing, and I will show you or tell you what I'm planning to do with this year. So this is my Aralia elata. I have great affection for this little tree. It's been in my garden quite a few years. It just never really does anything. It just makes me smile because Richard calls it the stick, because it is just a stick for 6 months of the year. And I've been Googling, and you get different opinions. Some websites say you don't prune at all, but then I found another one that says it responds well to pruning. So, I mean, which do you believe? So I'm going to try the second one this year that says, because I never do anything to it, the second one says responds well to pruning. And as you can see, right where my chair is right where this branch wants to be. So it's not, I can't move the chair and I can't move the Aralia elata. So what I'm going to do is, it says on the site that I saw, if you take away the lower branches, then the branches that are left, I can't get my words out, the branches that are left, the leaves will get even bigger in response. So I'm going to try that this year. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off all the lower ones and see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It'll just be a stick once more. What do we have to lose? Let's go in and just cut off. That's that one. We'll see. We shall see. That's that one. And shall we do this one as well? Yeah, why not? Why not? What is the worst that can happen? So we cut those off and might as well take this off as well. Right, we're left with that. Let's see if my experiment works. So we'll see. I'm left with one little bit. Well, maybe it will work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll try something else next year. In the meantime, I'm going to plant my little caladium bulbs in between all the ferns. I'll just stuff them in, hopefully the right way round. And that's it from me. We are forecast rain all next week. So, I'm Jeanette, I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener. Thank you so much for joining me today in Shady Corner and a quick whiz around at new updates. Hope you have a fun week and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.